Greetings and salutations, this is Vespasian and my trusty sidekick, and today, as you may see, we are bringing you Beyond the Gates of Antares!
Hey,
Oh, well,
we're in practice.
This is the new project we told you about. We said we were going to do it, do a new project, and here it is. We're sort of going to do this as an unboxing, but I'm not really going to do an unboxing video for it, because...
Well, Medium's not going to explain every single tiny piece.
I'm not going to go through the box and do the usual unboxing thing because, to be honest, that's a bit pat. And if you're already interested, you know what's in it. Yeah.
You got this for Christmas?
Yes, it was a Christmas present, which is very nice. And oh, pardon you. And we'll just stick that there. Can you see over the top? And here is the book. This is the standard starter set that you get, which has only just come out, and I'll just explain a little bit about the game because you don't really want to know what's in it or anything. You get a little thing there, and these are all the figures and stuff you get, and dice, and lots of D10s because you're going to need them for this game, and a figure that comes with the box set.
Yeah.
So, as I said, I'm not going to go into a full unboxing, ooh, this brew has bases sort of thing, because you already know. Basically, you get all that, that's what you get, and that, and you get, well, simple. Quite simply, in the box, all you get is a Concord army for the humans and a handful of, I think 6 droids, robots. Well, solid robots, which I'll go into in a minute. For the other side, one of the other factions.
You get. Let's do this.
Oh, you're going to be all technical now, are you?
I'm a technical person. You get that.
You get all that. Basically, that's what you get.
I put the lid on because I don't want anything to fall out.
Yeah, we already did that once, didn't we?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was quite funny. We picked the box up, didn't realise I'd already taken the cellophane off, and then had to pick everything up again, including the dice. So you get a general and a scary thing, and all those guys there, and the markers and all that sort of stuff. But we're not doing that, so we're just going to talk about Antares. Right. Well done. I didn't even know it was upside down.
It's not, it's backwards.
This is a rather unusual game. It's a game like any other game, but this is really the first proper, well, crowd-funded game that's out there. There's a lot of I'm using the word crowdfunding. It's basically crowdfunding. What a lot of companies do, they crowdfund things by basically putting figures out to pre-order when they know figures are coming out, and people bid for the figures or put money down on the figures, and then they're the first to get the figures. This has been a bit different because the entire concept behind this has been crowdfunding. It's basically brought to you by the people who want it, rather than Warlord Games and Rick Priestley and all that lot getting together and saying, we're going to bring you a new game, come and buy it. They've actually had it out there for the fans to help design and come up with.
And have.
Yeah. So it's brought to you by the chaps who did 40k and Warhammer and stuff like that. So it's brought to you by guys who kind of know what they're doing when they invented games, and it's an entirely new concept. It's set in the 7th age of mankind, which is, I don't know, what's that, like Stone Age, Bronzy Age,
Stone Age, Bronze
Iron
Age, Gold Age, not Iron Age, Gold Age,
Steely Industrialization,
Gunpowder Age,
Labour Party, and then future civilization of humanity, if we survive the 6th. So this is basically humanity in the future after lots of years of fighting each other and doing stuff. The old empire's collapsed and you have a new empire. And humanity is basically split into multiple groups. And over the years of being apart, they've used genetic engineering and stuff. Some humans no longer look human, like the Bormites, who are basically rock people. And you've got lots of other races and stuff involved. I'm only really going to 2 because they're the 2 that you get in the box. I'm going to be getting some more armies, and I'm going to be doing a whole thing about each army as I do it. But there's no point saying, hey, there's an army here, and I'm not going to show you the figures because I've got them. So primarily, there's the guys you get in the box who are the humans. Now they're normal humans, which means that they have nanotechnology throughout their bodies, and they're all basically part of a computer program. So they're Borg, basically. They look human, but they're controlled by robots, or they are cyborgs.
Yeah.
And as the designer himself said, if you're the sort of person who wants to sit in front of a TV all day forever, then the TV is provided for you by Intel, the machine entity that you are part of. So basically, humanity has become stagnant. It doesn't explore anymore. It tries to assimilate technology, and that's about it. It doesn't do much get out there and go. And it is extremely self-serving. Humanity really tries to defend itself only when it's forced to. Because, warfare takes time away from building yourself a free Xbox, doesn't it?
Yes.
Or PlayStation, or any other handheld or game device that you want to play.
Yeah.
So really, I don't like humans, really. I can't stand them. Stupid machine creatures. But yeah, basically that's humans. So they're risk-averse. Although they are humans that do fight within the Concorde. They're called the Concorde, sorry, missed that bit. They are humans within the Concorde who do fight. They're designated warriors who will go and fight to defend the human empire. And that's about it as far as the humans go.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's about it. Then there's another race, who are the guys on the back, who are the Gar. Now the Gar, the Gar, the race that created them are dead, long dead. The Gar were created as soldiers, machines, to fight in a war, and whoever created them is dead. I don't know how they died, no one cares. And they've left behind, after millions of years, they've left behind these machine entities who fight. Now, if you just had a machine...
nothing to turn them off.
Yes, no one turned them off and told them to stop fighting. They don't know why they're fighting, they've just been ordered at some point by somebody to fight, and they're just fighting. So they fight anybody, they just fight. And there's no one to talk to, there's no central control.
No.
What wouldn't have been a problem for the humans, being all mechanical and cyborgy, they could simply have hacked into the mainframe of this alien race, or the leftovers of the alien race, the machine entities, and turn them off. However, that didn't work out because the creatures that created them basically created brains to operate them rather than computers. So you have these little pinky, greeny, baby orky type creatures who are the brains, who man the huge battle machines that march around, these battle machines here, those that march around and kill people. So inside each one of these is a small goblin who controls it. And the goblin is basically a brain that's got legs. Which after all is all a human is when you drive a car.
Yep.
If a human needs to drive, then the human takes its brain and puts it in a car and drives off. And if a human wants to fly, then the brain gets taken by its body into a plane and flies away. So really, we're very much like the Gar, aren't we, really?
Yeah.
Yeah. Although with all the electronic devices, we're becoming Concorde, so it's all downhill, to be honest. However, there are many other races involved. That's the very quick overview. I will go into more detail when we actually get to actually playing the games.
I guess they'll find out themselves.
Yeah, and they'll find out themselves the more I read into it. But there's a lot of people who've heard of the game and seen it advertised, but just don't get it. They don't understand what it is, and they just guess it's some sort of sci-fi
Very
film.
40k-ish.
Well, a little bit cleaner than 40k. Bear in mind, everything in 40k is broken down. Nothing really works. And religion is part of technology. So you say the prayer of operating before you press the button. And if you don't say the prayer of operating, the button won't work. Because they've forgotten that once humans built these things. So that's a dark age of technology type of tale. Very much like a Foundation trilogy, which is what it was sort of based on. Where the empire collapsed and the people left behind worshipped the people who made machines, thinking that the galactic spirit made machines work.
Yep.
Which is a very interesting story. But, it's a story. So these are the humans. And the Karn, who are bad creatures because they're fighting humans. Although, being part of the dystopian future of Concord, I'd rather join the Freeball, to be honest, because they wear cooler outfits and they don't have a machine in their head.
And they have weapons.
And they have really cool weapons as well. Well, humans do as well. I mean, humans have weapons they assimilate from other races.
These have lasers.
Yeah, well, everyone has lasers. It's the future. If you don't have a laser beam, you can't be in the future. So it gets me. If you're actually in the future, the safest things to use are going to be percussion weapons. Because if you're firing lasers on board a spaceship, you're going to be sucking vacuum really quickly. Because you're just going to blow a hole in the bulkhead. You're best for some sort of low velocity impact round that won't penetrate the hull.
Yep.
But I'm just being technical here. I mean, hey,
That's physics.
That's physics, yeah. Well, since what's physics got to do with sci-fi? Come on.
Who uses it in sci-fi?
Yeah, but when this was originally being designed, I was telling people about it, and I tried to tell people the basic plot, and they said, "Oh no, that sounds like a really bad sci-fi channel B movie, the sort you get on at 2:00 in the morning." When you've had so much to drink, you can't actually get upstairs to go to bed, so you say, "I'll watch this film anyway. There might be a lightsaber in it," and it does sound like that, but it's actually way cooler than it sounds. And it's quite well thought out. So yes, this is Gates of Antares, and it's awesome. And the book is absolutely enormous.
It's bigger than Hail Caesar.
Yeah, it is bigger than Hail Caesar because it has a lot more in it.
It's more confusing.
Including the armor list and stuff.
Oh no, it's been more confusing.
No. Now I need to get into the actual game concept itself. And that's... it's based on D10s, and the idea is to use the same system for the next multiple series of games that are going to come out. So there's going to be an epic scale version of this. So you can fight massive wars with titans and stuff, huge armies, but still use the game system, but using a percentage instead of the 1 to 10, which is what this system uses. So, and also there's going to be a role-play version of this coming out. So you can play 1 or 2 characters, or like Call of Cthulhu, we play Call of Cthulhu a lot, or the old Star Wars role-play game, and you can actually role-play with 1 character, and actually play the game with 1 character. Yeah, very much like Rogue Trader was designed, because the original 40k was actually a role-play game. If you had it, you had a squad of men, and you hired mercenaries to work for you, and you played little skirmishes, very much like this. And then it became a big thing, and then it became... based on how many points your figure costs, depending on how much it costs.
Well,
yeah.
Well, it used to be massive.
But also the plot of this, the games are going to be decided by the players. Because the games are going to be played internationally. They're going to be announced on Facebook and stuff like that, played on YouTube, and you're going to play the game and then send your results in, and your results will decide on how the future of this game goes. So, as the universe stands now, those worlds held by Concord may be overrun by the Shard, or maybe overrun by other people, or maybe the humans will win and kill everybody, or enslave them, whatever. And so this is actually an interactive game. It's not just, hey, here's a rule book, deal with it. It's actually an evolving rule system and an evolving game. And when new races come out, there'll be races that are designed by us, by the people who play it, rather than some companies out there which just invent races and say play it or else, and kill off popular races like squats and stuff.
Yep.
They're space dwarves. I had space dwarves. It was typical. I bought a space dwarf army and then they just stopped doing them and said they never existed.
Well, you nearly collected every single 40k army.
I did collect every single 40k army way back in the day, and then
you sold them all.
I just got rid of them. Yeah.
Because the price went
it's not just
way higher.
No, the game went silly. To be honest, the game went extremely competitive based, but not the competitions were no longer fun.
I loved fun.
You'd have people to test to make sure every single arm and leg belonged to a 40k product. And if you had one that came from another colour, like used a Viking helmet, then can't use that in the game. Why not? Grow up. My Hail Caesar stuff's got zombies in it. Deal with it. You know, there were zombies in Hail Caesar. Definitely. I think I'm having one of those breakdowns again. So this is the game, and as I said, we're not doing this as an actual unboxing video because you probably already know what's in it. And for those of you who don't know much about it, well, you
told you in the video.
So that's about everything to do with it, isn't it?
Yep.
We will go into the game mechanics and stuff later on, and we will do videos on the stuff as we get it painted. So we'll go into more detail on the stuff. I hope just now to give you a basic background idea into what we're doing. Do you want to check the timer on it?
Do I?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Well, this is a funny camera, isn't it?
Yep, it makes noises.
You're very strange. Get your arms off me.
It's strange to get around.
We're not that close. So, as the game evolves over time, there will be new armies and what?
I was going to say here. Just
Are you going to wait to shut it down? Right. Yeah, we're stuck on our own today. The rest of the family are upstairs taking the wallpaper off for some reason. Families. We've got gaming figures, they've got wallpaper. Strange what makes some people happy. So basically, you get you get a little guide in the book, in the box to tell you how to play. A very basic 101 on how to play, and it is actually quite an easy system to learn. And you get a chart with it as well, which helps you to fight. The game system itself is roughly based. Well, it's based on D10s, but it also has an element of bolt action in it. So instead of Romans move and then Celts move, instead you move by chance. It's a chance of who moves next, which is what bolt action uses. It uses order dice, which is a lot more fun. Do you think?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's quite a cool system. So, have you got any questions? Well, you're a viewer. Pretend you're a viewer and you've got any immediate questions.
No, I haven't done anything perfectly.
No.
I think everything's been done perfectly, like just like 40k house.
So this is just basically, as I said, showing you the rule book and telling you the very basic information you need to know about the game. And as months come, years come, hopefully this will grow and become a big thing. There are ideas to make a roleplay version of it, as I said, which will be very interesting for us because we do like roleplay games.
My favourite one's called Cthulhu.
Called Cthulhu, yeah. Which unfortunately we haven't got the figures for, so we can't actually really do a video of it, of us playing it. So this we'd be able to do that. Although Judge Dredd, you can do the same sort of thing with Judge Dredd, but we don't know much of that much of that either. So we need to get into that. So yeah, that's it. That is. This is the box set, and you basically get a human army in it and some guys to fight against. So that's it. You get everything you need in the box, and it's not overall that expensive for what you get. It's not bad. 75 quid gets you basically all the dice. Everything you need to play is in the box. You don't need anything else.
Yeah.
Yeah, you get
all
dice.
The D10s if you don't have any D10s on you, and D4s actually. D4s
and you get this absolutely huge rule book that has pictures, which is vitally important for people like me who can't read.
And they give you order dice.
Yeah, and
that's D10, sorry, I don't know if it's
pictures and stuff. It's cool. There's a picture of a flower there, and that's the battle. That's really cool. That looks very much like another battle in 40k, actually. The last stand of the Crimson Fists. But
we've actually
we actually did that.
We played that. And you cannot win as the Crimson Army.
No, you cannot win.
Unless I'm playing the enemy and then you win.
We got our backsides hand and toes.
Constant wear.
Yes, the orcs completely slaughtered us.
And we also have I've kept safe every single White Dwarf book.
Yeah. Well.
Apart from very first issues.
Well, yeah, I actually started collecting from 106, I think, started collecting, which was the White Line Fever edition with the Road Wars, the road cars. Well, there used to be a 40k, there used to be a Games Workshop game with motor cars like Mad Max, and, never mind, who cares. If you're as old as me, you'd remember it. Probably.
Shall I do the extra?
Yeah, we'll do the, we've told you what's in the box. Figures and things, stick them together. And that's it.
Well, if you enjoyed this video,
Yep.
please do like
Yep.
and subscribe.
Yep.
And comments down below for any questions. We'll answer them in the Q&A video. Or nice questions, what are just well done and all that, like normally people do. And would you like to do the bye?
Yeah, well, thanks for watching this. I hope you are into Gates of Antares, or I hope you're wanting to get into it and are vaguely interested, and I hope this video in some way goes a little bit way to explaining what Gates of Antares is. As I said, a lot of people say, Gates of Antares, that sounds really complicated, but it's actually really cool. And here it is, and this is the box, and we're going to go into more detail later. So thank you for watching. This has been Vespasian, and my much shorter than me trusty sidekick, signing out. Good day.
Bye.